Today it's our singular duty to find out how big tornadoes get, and all we need to do is feed it living, breathing people that live inside these buildings. Obviously so far, it's just a baby tornado, it's only doing 10 damage. And it runs on gasoline, so when you're feeling thirsty you go pick one of those up and dive right back into innocent populations. 10 damage is good and all, but we can't instantly destroy buildings, and I have a problem with that. We can also eat trees, they're a little bit weaker, but I don't think they give the same amount of experience. There's just no replacement for eating people. And all the money we earned is not enough to buy anything at all yet. And I took that personally, so I grinded until we made money and leveled up. Now we've unlocked a medium home where we can eat medium people. So we're going to spend $200 and I think double our damage. And we definitely want to eat the blue houses, our damage is literally doubled. Look how much quicker they go down. And those are the upgraded houses that are worth even more. So a quick level without refueling is $110. And a little grinding later we can actually increase our speed. That's going to help us reach extra fuel cans and other things to eat all the quicker. Given how much fuel I'm seeing this time, we're going to murder like an entire country's worth of people. And the best part is, not only are we destroying their population and homes, we're going for their forests next, so they have no way to rebuild whatsoever. And this little town, just here, minding its own business, living its best life, when a giant tornado comes out of nowhere and destroys everyone. And trees are a little bit fun because if my berserk meter at the top gets all the way up, we go berserk and we get extra damage and speed. I think we might, yeah, we've entered berserk already, so now we're doing 50% more damage, and look how quick we are. We would destroy everything. This time we got berserk as we're heading into a town. That's even better, so I should start with the trees. But after that we hit level 3, which means we have medium trees. And we also have lightning now too apparently, so we can go like that and have a giant lightning strike. That's gonna be fun. Tornadoes are bad enough as it is, but when you involve a little lightning in there too, that's absolutely horrifying. And now we're starting to earn some consistent money, so we can increase our damage again. So now we're doing 30 damage, triple where we started. We're going to start with some trees for an appetizer. From there we're going to plow straight into this innocent little village, and we're destroying those buildings much faster. I forgot about the lightning already. That's silly of me. And we got into berserk mode right as we're eating some trees, so we're going to go hopefully through that fuel. And straight into another innocent little village. And we should be destroying them very quick. We're up to 45 damage for a minute. I also just spent $500 to increase our fuel for an extra 30 seconds. The longer we can live for, the more people we kill, and therefore, the stronger we're gonna get. Now, let's go ahead and plow into this quaint little village. We're also gonna use some lightning. That's gonna help us eat a few extra buildings, and we're gonna be berserk. And we got berserk again, so we're gonna unleash a berserk tornado on this poor little village. 45 damage, really chews through these houses in a hurry. And we got berserk into a forest to end it all, but we're going to take their very forests from them. They deserve nothing. The best part is, the more damage we manage to do, the faster we're going to get into berserk mode, the faster we're going to murder things. It's all about how fast you can destroy entire towns. And we hit level 4, so we got a donut shop. So that's going to be my new main target because it's going to give me the most experience and money. And I bet it'll be a lot of fun to strike with lightning. Then again, what isn't fun to strike with lightning? After that run, we have $1,800. That means we can buy even more damage. Look at all those donut shops. We gotta plow right in here with our super damage. We're melting buildings now. The more damage we have, the faster we're gonna level up, so it really works out well for me. But we can actually hit berserk mode in a pile of buildings. We used to need trees to do that, but now we're doing so much damage, entire towns will be consumed in an instant. Berserk mode in the trees. Oh, we can just plow right through those now. That's very satisfying. I do wish I had a little more control over where the lightning hit, but we can't have it all. Maybe eventually we'll have so much lightning it'll just hit everything anyway. Well, let's increase the lightning damage. I feel like that's only going to be to our benefit. You know what? I'm actually doing these people a favor. 150 damage. Because when they hear a lightning strike, they know there's a tornado coming. The lightning is the tornado siren for them. I really love how quickly we get into berserk mode now for 60 damage. That really destroys towns. I think I found the biggest forest yet. So we're going to go ahead and get a little lightning in there. That's going to help us get into berserk mode. And then we're going to eat the entire forest at once. The forest almost disappeared before I even went into berserk mode. My damage is actually getting up there. And we've leveled up again, which means we have large trees, which are in fact the most delicious of all the trees. They're definitely a little bit harder to take down because of their health, but we just keep increasing our damage to match that. Here's a whole town of donut shops. It's such a nice feeling just diving a rampant tornado straight into a very tightly clustered village. I'd like to think they built their houses so close together to try and fend off the tornadoes, but there's no stopping this one. This is the only tornado in the universe that has too much time on its hands. It'll just keep coming back again and again and again till it gets what it wants. And what I want is more damage. I see damage, I click. I'm also going to have lightning that strikes twice on top of that. So we're now doing 50 damage per hit, which is a lot. So we're really going to tear through these places very quickly. Once we get into berserk mode, it's going to be 75. That's just going to help me get so much more experience and money, and we're just going to get even more damage even quicker. I feel like the tornado might also be getting bigger. Even these medium trees were basically one-shotting. I got so excited with all the damage, I forgot to try the double lightning strike. That's gonna feel good, especially when we get like 10 of those. We're gonna be a thunderstorm disguised as a tornado. Now we're also gonna have 2 lightning strikes that strike twice, so 4 lightning strikes. So we'll go like that, and okay, there we go. There's the other follow-ups. They're kind of nice, that way I don't actually have to walk the tornado anywhere. The lightning will just strike when it strikes wherever it is. I think we also need to add a little bit of speed. Cans faster. And even the distance in between obstacles, like now when we kill a tree, we move right on to the next one in a real big hurry. And when we're in Berserk mode, we're especially quick now, and very destructive. We're able to wipe out a whole village in no time. Several rampages later, level 6. Gas stations, I hope those are explosive. They're also worth $23 to destroy. My sole purpose in life is to now fit as many gas stations as possible in my mouth. So now that we're in Berserk, we're gonna go do exactly that, while also striking them with lightning. Well, there's no big fiery explosion, but they do taste delicious. And we found a beautiful big forest to absolutely decimate. Yeah, if we get just a little more damage, we'll be one-shotting almost everything, and that's gonna feel good. This beautiful little seaside village had no idea what was coming for it. A Berserk tornado in the trees, is there a better feeling? Now we can make almost $2,000 per run, 700 experience. And many beautiful rampages later, we have the $5,900 we need for more damage. And we can increase our lightning damage as well. So we're gonna need donut shops quicker than ever. 60 damage, we can almost take him down in 3 shots. Gas stations are still what I desire in my mouth more than anything. And now when I get into Berserk mode, we're really eating the buildings at 90 damage. Plus our extra damage lightning, which is probably gonna hit some things pretty hard. I really feel like I can just never have enough damage though. I always want more. On top of all that, a little extra fuel will surely let me eat more gas stations. And let's face it, that's really just what we're here to do. Also, the lightning strikes are a lot of fun. The extra fuel is actually really noticeable. I feel like I just go forever now without getting tired. You'd think I would get dizzy after all these spins. And after that, random mod is $1,400, but level 7, so we've unlocked a bank. We're gonna eat people's money now. We've also unlocked something called a meteorite, and I couldn't be happier about that. So let's see what a meteor does. It hits the ground and it does no damage at all. The meteor might take a little refining, but on the plus side, we did just eat our first bank. Once we get our meteor straightened out, then we'll be doing tons of damage to every little thing on this earth. It's funny when you think about it, we're just here to populate this world with more things just so we can eat them. Look at all the banks here, we're gonna be rich. Here's a densely populated city, let's try the meteor again. Oh, that does do a big shot if it actually hits something. That maybe makes me feel like we're gonna need more meteorites. And that begs the question, how many meteors are we allowed to have? Well, we're allowed to have one more. We can make each one of those strike twice, and them do even more damage. We've turned a game about tornadoes into a game about meteors. If they could actually hit something though, that would be so much better. Well, they hit some buildings that time. The lightning is less damage, but at least it's reliable. It always hits something. But if we strategize just a little bit, we'll only launch the meteors when there's a lot of stuff on the screen, and then they'll do maximum damage. Speaking of damage, let's increase the lightning damage. And that's a pretty big cluster of houses. We weren't super lucky with the meteors yet, but the lightning will do a little more damage to a single target. I just realized this town is basically made of banks. We're destroying Wall Street. And so is this town. We're getting really lucky with the type of buildings we're getting. I think by lightning and meteorite wielding tornado also needs a little more speed. Though it is kind of funny to think about the people watching this monstrosity of a tornado slowly move towards them. We'll put them out of their misery sooner than later. Mostly just because I want the upgrades faster. I don't really have time to wait. Let me correct that. I do have time to wait, I just don't want to. We're going to try and meteorite this town. We got some of it, and then we'll strike it with lightning and continue eating it with our tornado. With this new speed, I can just cruise to the gas station whenever I want. With the new speed, I can make almost $3,000 per run, level 8. We've unlocked a shop. That's worth $27. The whole point of a shop is to have a bunch of food for people to eat, but I just sort of eat the whole building. There's something peaceful about that thought. You don't have to do any shopping or picking stuff out or paying for it. You just put the whole thing in your mouth. Well, this is about the biggest town I've seen so far. We're going to see if we can land a meteor in there. Oh, we sure can. Then we're going to lightning strike it. We're going to obliterate this whole town in no time at all. The buildings are getting tougher though. Even with Berserk, they're taking a second to destroy. Luckily, there's a simple solution for that. We painstakingly save up $10,000 to buy more damage. That basically means we have a hungrier tornado than ever before, but we can really feel the difference in that. We are destroying those buildings. And we can really use the forest now to supercharge ourselves. That's like instant Berserk mode. Can we drop a meteor in this seaside town? Nope. I love how unpredictable those are. You just spam them and they go pretty much wherever they want. But we did hit level 9, and that's giving us a hotel. Think about how many people are in those things. So let's hope we find lots of these and can eat them. They do have a lot more health again. But if we're lucky, we can land a meteor on or near one. If that fails, we could probably strike it with lightning. So all I need to do is find towns that are completely made of hotels at this point and absolutely destroy them. This one was actually pretty good. The hotels are a little bit hard to see because they're white and blend in, but they're worth a lot of money. So this was a valuable little town to eat. This one's also pretty valuable. It's full of the supermarkets and hotels. This one's got 5 hotels. There's like a 1 in 2 chance of building in this place as a hotel. And the more high-end buildings we get, the less low-end ones we get as well, so we'll really make some money. And with all the people-filled hotels we're eating, we're routinely making many thousands of dollars. And that means we can increase our damage again. 16,500. That's a lot of money. It seriously takes like 4 entire years to save up that much. But now we're gonna eat trees and buildings even quicker. These forests are just dissolving in front of us. And we'll go berserk straight into this nice little town, 120 damage, so we'll add some meteors and lightning to the equation and see what that does. It feels good, that's for sure. 80 base damage, the hotels still take a few hits to destroy. I was really hoping by now we'd have the kind of tornado that just instantly evaporated everything. But to make me feel better, here's 3 hotels in one little town. It's a resort town. And we finally hit level 10, a school! The best thing to destroy. I think to celebrate, we're gonna get more lightning that does more damage and strikes even more times. And then we're going to be rewarded with a nice big city full of schools. So let's see how the lightning goes now. Extra strikes, extra damage, extra destruction. Look at all the schools here. We're also going to add a few meteorites to the mix. That actually hit one of the schools. And this is great because they're kind of like hotels for young people. So I'm very sad when I find a town like this that has no schools at all. But that one town we found is basically made of schools. So at least we made up for it there. And I'm not going to be satisfied until every school on this world is destroyed. There's going to be no education for anyone. To be fair, these people can't be that smart. They keep rebuilding their civilization in a place that's pretty dominated by very dangerous tornadoes that hurl meteors and lightning. But as a tornado, I'm very happy about that fact. But now that I've earned $3,200 destroying every school in existence, I feel like I've satisfied what we came here to do today.